Hi, church family. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch this short message from me on the topic of giving and generosity. Hopefully, you'll know that we've spent the last 2 Sundays preaching and teaching on this topic in our worship services. And I don't know about you, but giving and financial stewardship can sometimes feel unspiritual, maybe. Certainly, we feel a bit awkward perhaps about talking about them. But the truth is that our relationship to money is a really core part of our Christian discipleship. Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So at SMG, we make no apologies about talking about money. And I'm asking you in this message to prayerfully consider your own financial giving. And to help us to do that, I wanted to remind us of some of the significant challenges, but also opportunities that we are facing as a church family in this current season. Now, we believe that God is on the move here at SMG. I hope that you would agree with that. In the past couple of years, we've seen some real growth in our numbers. New people have joined us, many of whom are returning to faith or coming to Christian faith for the first time. And it is so exciting. The growth in particular that we've seen in the number of children and young people is especially encouraging. Just take a look at this graph, which charts those numbers over the last few years. Jesus is building his church. The challenge that we face, however, is that our finances have not grown or increased in line with the increase that we've seen in the number of people. We reckon that of the adults who would say that they are committed members of SMG, probably around 50% give financially in a planned or a regular way. That means by standing order through things like the parish giving scheme or the envelope scheme or other methods like that. Now, obviously, all giving is really welcome, and I'm always every year blown away by the generosity of our church, particularly when there are specific needs that we are giving to. But planned giving is really vital because it enables us to budget and to predict our income and to make long-term decisions. Now, the current reality for us is that the gap between our predictable income and our regular running costs is about £40,000 a year, which is quite a lot. Now, I'm not worried about that because God has always provided for our needs as a church. He is faithful and he will be faithful. But I would really love to close that financial gap, and I would love to see the percentage of people regularly giving increase. And I believe that we can do that, and we all have a part to play. The story that Jesus told in Mark chapter 12 of the widow's offering is such a wonderful story because what it shows us is that everyone is invited to serve God with their money. Some have a lot in worldly terms, others not much at all. But God looks at the heart and calls us to give obediently and sacrificially from what we have. So I'd love you to pray and to consider your response. We've got big vision as a church. There is so much more that we want to be able to do, whether it's practically serving our local community, growing our ministries with young people and children, improving our building so that it can be a blessing and a resource to others. We want to continue being a generous church, supporting God's work across the UK and overseas through our mission partners and by helping those in greatest need. And I want SMG to be making Jesus' presence known in our parish and across our town for generations to come. I hope you do too. Now that's going to require all of us being all in. And that includes building firm financial foundations for the long term. So I am asking you to consider your response. Whether you've been part of our church family for a short time or a long time, what does being all in look like for you in this area of giving? You know, it might be the treasurer's signature on the checks. Not that we write checks these days, but if you're a member of this church, if you consider SMG to be your home, then this is the family bank account that we're talking about here. It's the resources that God has given us, all of us, to steward and to grow and to use for his kingdom. So I would love you to consider your contribution to the family bank account, the part that God is inviting you to play in resourcing his mission now, but also into the future. Now, there are various ways that you can give financially. Our preferred method, because it enables us to really easily claim gift aid, is via something called the Parish Giving Scheme, but there are other methods available. Do visit our giving webpage, or you can scan this QR code to find out more, or contact the church office directly if you want more information. Thank you so much for your generosity.